Hello?
Hey, how you doing, my man?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in real low, but I can hear you.
No, I can hear you now.
Okay, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. First thing I want to do is when I start off by asking you, give me the long version of what's going on, the long version.
The long version?
The long version. So I want the best picture possible.
Well, from the beginning, me and my soon-to-be ex-wife conceived our first child together.
Mm-hmm.
And we got married shortly after. But then after we separated, while I was in the military, she tarnished my career by lying, say I was doing certain things, which, inevitably messed up my career in the military. I got out.
What were some of the things that she said?
Well, to start off, she was saying that I was smoking weed and stuff on the on the housing that we had right after we separated, and I was restricted to base. Since then, I was drug tested on a weekly or monthly basis, and I passed them. But ever since then, it was just difficult for me to be in the military, and that's when I just decided to get out. But we had child support established while I was in the military. I got out, was asking for a modification to reduce because I wasn't able to make the full payments.
Let me ask you a question. Were you smoking weed but just not on base?
I didn't start smoking weed until the end. That's when I just honestly stopped caring about being in the military because I couldn't advance anymore. But when she told them I was doing it, no, not at all.
Got you. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see, child support was established while I was in the military. Got out, went for modifications. They kept pushing it. The prosecutor, the child support people literally said to the judge, I want to see if he can just keep up with the payments. Pushed my court date back. Came around last year, November. That's when it was supposed to be finalized and reduced. It got reduced, but I was also sentenced to 90 days in jail with a $2,000 purge for not making full payments. So
what are you saying? You're saying that they put your child support at a higher amount just to put it there, and then you went to court. They said they just put it at a high amount to see if you can pay it. Then they finally assessed it at the regular amount.
Yes, they had it at a set amount from when I was in the military. I was trying to get modifications. They didn't want to modify it immediately. They wanted to see if I could keep up with already, established court order. And I told them I couldn't because I wasn't working in the military no more. I'm not making that amount of money no more. Mm-hmm. So they didn't care. They just wanted to see if I could make, what I can make. But then I ended up getting, incarcerated because I wasn't making the full payments.
Okay, so you went to court and you said you had a hearing because you were not making the payments, right?
I wasn't. No, that wasn't the hearing. The hearing was for to get it modified and to hear, reasons why this, then, and the third.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, in order to go to jail, you got to have a contempt hearing. So you had a contempt hearing?
I don't even believe so, because once they told me I had to wait to see if I can make the child support payments, the next court date, I was getting locked up for not making full payments.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. In order to get locked up, you don't just go there and they say, well, you didn't make a payment, I'm locking you up. They normally have a contempt hearing. They have a hearing to figure out why you haven't made payments on it. They didn't have that?
I would assume that's why we were there, to address it, but I guess my reasons weren't good enough for them. Because I'm really not sure. Everything was just throwing it to me, then actions were taken.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay, go ahead.
After that day, that was last year, the day before Thanksgiving, for that court date when I got incarcerated. Since then, she's been denying me my visitation rights. And because she ended up just leaving the state that we were originally living in, and then moving down to South Carolina without my knowledge or consent until she was down there. And I've been arguing with her ever since about that.
So she moved from where to South Carolina?
Virginia.
So how long ago was that?
This is going on almost 2 years, I would say.
How old is the child?
She'll be 6 in April.
Okay. You got a lot of stuff where it's like you wasn't there that is causing it to really grasp a hold of trying to get you some traction. If a woman moves, did you have custody when she moved?
There was no physical written custody.
So when you found out she moved, how did you find out?
She told me once her and her family already were established down there.
Right, because there was no like you go every Friday, so you didn't know. She just did it. Understood. And then told you after the fact. Is that how it went?
Right.
Okay. So what is where you at right now? What is the thing that you're trying to do? Where you at right now?
Well, the only thing, because I see is if she just wants to live her life and just not having in it, so I feel as if it should be 50-50. You know, I take care of the child when she's with me. She takes care of the child when she's with her. And then there just be some set of, you know, visitation on who drives the pickup, because I honestly feel like she should be able to drive since she decided to leave.
Well, she decided to leave, and you should have got her back here in Virginia. You can't do nothing now. You let that go. When 50-50.
Yes, I personally didn't believe that I wanted, you know, the government more involved in what was going on. I thought, you know, we would be, you know, mature and adult enough to talk things over.
There's no such thing as that with a woman. You're talking to the wrong one. There's no such thing as that with a woman. When you break up with a woman, you're not dealing with a woman no more. You're dealing with a child. When she moved, that should have gave you everything you needed to know right there. When she lied on you about smoking weed, that should have gave you everything you needed right there. When she insisted on lying on you, when she took you down to child support, that should have been all you needed right there to at any point to be in a frame of mind and somewhere beyond all this manipulation and destroying your life and getting you out of the military, to think that there's some maturity beyond that. No, talking to the wrong one. I'm never going to believe that. And I'm not going to side with somebody saying, I can see why you would believe that. I will never do that. So so when you say equal custody, you're still in Virginia. She's still in South Carolina?
Correct.
And the child is 8 or 6?
She's 5 at the moment. She'll be 6 in April.
How far are you, South Carolina? How far are you from where she lives?
That is about a 3.5-hour drive.
3.5-hour drive? So what part of Virginia are you in?
I am in Richmond, Virginia.
3.5 hours to get you to South Carolina?
Yes, she lives in Columbia.
Okay.
About 4 hours.
Okay. So, all right. So you live too far to get that. It's called equal physical and joint custody. You live too far for that. So what? Because you can only get that when y'all live in the same city. So that's not going to happen. What is any alternatives to that? Now that I told you that, because you live too far from her.
Understood.
Yeah. You live.
Alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't want to, but since I have to, I would say, just, you know, visitation rights whenever she's not in school or has anything important going on, and I feel like she should be able to, you know, drive back and forth to drop off and pick up the child.
Yeah. Okay. And you pay child support to where? Virginia or South Carolina?
Virginia.
Nothing got established in South Carolina?
No, nothing.
as the state, and then Virginia is the enforcement state. So custody haven't been established in South Carolina neither?
Correct.
Nothing?
No custody.
You could take a shot at it, but you can get her, you can try to get her on contempt for moving with the child. That'll probably be a long shot.
I did also miss a big piece of information about this, but she also, before any divorce was finalized, she had another child by another man, and that's who she ended up moving out there with her family and her second child's father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, your thing with then, like I said, that's still, or the divorce is finalized now.
No, it's not.
Is it even in court?
Yes, I go to court Monday for it.
Are they saying anything about the new child?
The only person I really spoken to about the situation, since, I didn't want to actually go into the physical court, I was trying to see if I can get it, negotiated and settled with the lawyer that she had. But I told the lawyer, like, all the infractions and contract rules and stuff I believe she was in violation of. And she just basically told me, like, everything that I thought was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, which is about right. It's the thing about men, the unfortunate thing about us men, if a woman say, come get some pussy, we'll be right on that. But when it comes to dealing with our issues in court, there's an intimidation from family court. And by the time we decide to wake up, it's an ugly situation with a lot of stuff on it. And when you talk about dealing with a woman, and then, all the nonsense that they choose to do, normally in a situation like this, because my child's mom practically did everything your child's mom did with the moving and all that. And when you have something set in place with interaction, you catch it more easy. With women, you have to be tit for tat with women. You can't let a woman tit you. You keep titting you, and then a year later you decide to tat. Your tat will mean nothing. It won't be effective because she done put so much on it. And that's where you're at right now. She just got so much on it. I would never negotiate with an individual attorney. She has a child, and she has a kid. She did all the typical things that a woman do. She established the money and then leave town. There's no custody established, but the money is established. And then having a baby on top of that. And then just, where does she work?
Well, she was a stripper at a unknown nightclub, and also she was a dental assistant. But she chose to stop working around, court dates came up.
What do you mean? She did what?
Like, she would choose to stop working, like when a court date would come up to, establish the new ruling, like the last modification I went through. She just decided to stop working. That was around the time that she was pregnant with the second dude's child. So, I guess her not working made me pay more. I guess I'm not sure how that affected the modification.
Yeah, that's exactly how it worked. That's exactly how it worked. You might want to create a YouTube channel about your situation, because you can do a lot but helping individuals what not to do. That's what I did. I started an organization helping men understand when as I'm looking into you, I'm shaking my head because I'm like, this is a textbook on the bullshit that the unfortunate that women like to do. Like you said, she stopped working because I'm gonna be honest with you. I will never in my life, me personally, I'm never gonna blame a woman that gets me. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna blame a woman for, get me, catch me with my shit hanging. I'm not gonna ever blame that. I'm gonna blame myself 100% of the time, and I'm gonna blame myself. And for an individual to have done so much, I would have did hair follicle samples. Ain't nobody blaming me for doing weed. Ain't nobody blaming me. That's something that you're not coming back from. You're not blaming me for doing weed, and I wasn't, And then you said, well, since everything went south, I just started doing it. I've never heard of that before. I'm scratching my head on that.
No, I didn't start. Like, I already was smoking weed before I went to the military, but I stopped. She knew, I smoked weed if I wasn't, involved in the military. But that was her excuse to, start causing problems.
No, I got it. I figured it out when you said it the first time. You was not doing it. And then the issue you said you started. I get it. You was not doing it at all. I get it. But a woman, it's just unbelievable how women, somebody said, what was that? They said, a woman is smarter than you think she are, but not as smart as she thinks she is. And there's an old saying over in Europe. And that saying is, a woman is more wicked than a man. But even when that woman shows that she is wicked beyond ways that a man could ever dream. So what does that last part mean? The last part means that she will do stuff that you would have never, ever even thought of. This is why when they start doing stuff, you got to get away from them and understand that's who you're dealing with, because they are wicked beyond a man's dream. And your child's mom is showing you all that. So where do you work at now?
You said, where do I work at?
Yeah.
I'm an assistant manager at a fast food called Zaxby's, and I also am in school for gunsmithing.
Did you tell them you was in school?
No, this is something that came about new. I told them I was trying to do school for a couple of things, but
no, you don't tell them none of your business. You don't tell them nothing. How long you been working at Zaxby's?
Since January.
January, as in the month before last?
Correct.
You got a car?
A car? My family does, and I use their car for transportation, but I don't have a license.
How much you make at Zaxby's?
At Zaxby's, I make $16 an hour. It should go up once, management and higher ups decide, to move me up.
Okay, let me tell you what's going to happen. Then I'm going to tell you what you can do to avert it. So your child's mom had a baby with somebody else and she lives with that person. That's what you said, right?
Correct.
All right. You sure she lived with the person? You sure about that?
100%. And I got facts and witnesses lined up.
Okay. Well, it don't mean nothing far as anything else than she just lived with a person, and that's the reason. The unfortunate thing about these laws is they're gonna have you, unless you get married, they're gonna have you paying alimony, and they're gonna have you paying child support. Y'all didn't buy a house or anything, did y'all?
No, we didn't.
Who filed for divorce? You did or she did?
She did.
She filed for divorce. Wow.
Yeah, right. Because it was supposed to be like we were supposed to have it started already, but when time came for me to go down to sign the papers and everything to get everything done, the clerk at the office was telling me that she still needed a couple of pieces of form from the mother. And I was constantly telling her that, and she was asking me, like, why haven't I signed the papers? I was like,
who was asking you that?
Why haven't I signed the papers?
Yeah, who asked you that? Yeah, who was asking you that?
My baby mother.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old is she?
That she had to go back and sign the papers so we can finish it, and she's 23.
She's 23. I gotcha. Okay, so let's just jump to it. You gotta seriously go on a defense. You gotta go on a defense. The moves you make now will determine your life. You have to go on a defense. Have you ever got hurt, fell off a bike, bumped your head, broke your arm in your life?
Plenty of times.
Plenty of times. So I'm going to go sideways with what I'm about to tell you. I'm going to tell you this, and once again, it'll save your life. If you broke your arm sometime in the past, anytime, that arm now hurts. You can't move it. You go into the doctors, you get in the doctor's note, I can't move my arm. It hurts. You broke your leg before in the past, all of a sudden, my leg hurt. I need pain medication. Pain medication you get may cause drowsiness. Because the pain medication may cause drowsiness, you can no longer work. You can't work because the drowsiness may cause up to 15 minutes. I'm giving you a scenario. Pay real close attention, though. Zaxby's may sounds good and everything, but right now you're at a position where any type of positive and working on a 1099 will destroy your 1040, excuse me, will destroy your life. What you need to do, your primary mission right now in your life is to get off of a 1040 and get yourself on a 10. What was that?
Did you say that last part one more time? Yeah,
your primary function in life right now should be get off of a 1040 and become a 1099 employee. Get off of a 1040. I mean, get out of any type of job that's taking out taxes. Zaxby's, not it. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, that's what you need to get into. Anything other than that, anything working on a 1099 where they can take a look and see how much money you make, you will be a victim of it. If you've always been when did you get out the military?
July 3rd, 2019.
Damn, 2019, 2020. That's 4 years ago. Okay. What type of job did you have after you got out?
I had a warehouse job.
Gotcha. Okay. Not a career though. Nothing where you work.
No, nothing like a career.
All right. Okay. So your best bet, like I said, is to get off of a 1040, become a 1099 employee. A 1099 employee is a job where they pay you and then you go and pay your own taxes. And I say that because if it was just child support, I wouldn't tell you that. But alimony and child support, you're a prime candidate to get raped. And going into court with any type of income, they're not going to want to hear it. Going into court saying that I got a mental disability to keep me from working will save your fucking life.
Understood.
That is your primary mission right now. Zaxby's is all good. You've been only working there 2 months. I made $72,000 last year doing DoorDash. It's money to be made. The year before that, I made $54,000 doing Lyft. It's money to be made in those jobs. Right now, you need to get off of a 1040. You need to become a 1099. Once again, if you was not married, you'd be okay. The fact is you married this woman. So they're going to hit you with alimony and child support. They know the game. They set it up. You just said it. She stopped working just to make herself look good and put her lifestyle on your dollar.
Yeah, she's also been researching other things about how, child support policy is that it's a voluntary, a consent.
I don't get into none of that. Yeah, I don't get into that. I never made a video on that. I don't get into that. My thing is strictly, if you want whatever you want from me, I'm going to give it to you. The unfortunate thing is I'm going to put myself in a position where what you want, it ain't going to be what you want. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. If a woman thinks that child support is the almighty get all, fine. I'm going to go get a job making $2 an hour and I'm going to give you your child support. Since you think whatever you think you want from me, I'm going to get a job and make sure you get your money. And then I'm going to fall back and be the person that I am. For example, I'm retired military. I have 6 streams of income. My child's mom only got $259 from me. She wanted child support, but I was paying $410 for private school. But then she said, nope, I want child support. I stopped at $410, gave her the child support. She then took me back to court saying, no, I want the school to be the child support. They said, well, you should be able to. I said, no, that's not how this worked. Well, how was you doing it before? Hey, listen, my mom paid for it. We left it at that. I don't get into that. All that, this and that. I look at women as being the dumbest creatures on this planet. They believe in a system to me that is flawed. If child support was minimum $3,000 a month, I get it. But I know guys that's paying $25 a month in child support. But that's what a woman want. You getting $25 labeled under the covenants of it's being child support. Everybody else will call $25 ain't shit. But a woman call that child support. It's what you want. That's what you get. So you got to put yourself in a position. Once again, how long were you and this woman dating before y'all got married? Say that again.
Say again.
How long were you and this woman dating before y'all got married?
How long we were together before we got married?
Yeah. How long were you dating before you got married?
About a few months to a year.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I married my wife after knowing her for 3 months. When she showed me what she was, I divorced her. That's where you at. The unfortunate thing is I didn't have a baby with my wife, and I was in Texas, so I got out of my marriage a little different. And that was back in the 90s. Laws are a lot different now. So, that is the best position you need to put yourself in. That position, you need to put yourself in a position where you get off of a 1040 and get yourself on a 1099. If you want to go any other way with it, that's on you. But two things with your situation too. How long was your divorce in court already? I'm going to tell you this. How long was your divorce in court?
It's hard to say if this is a new case, and I would say about a couple months. If it's the old case, I would say about 4, 5. Got you.
So you went to court already, right?
No, this will be the first one for the divorce for the actual court case. Other ones were just trying to go in and fill out paperwork.
Got you. Okay. Your situation is different from the perspective of it's not child support. See, your biggest problem is you're coming into this through marriage. And you're only like 5% of my clients. The other 95% is just child support and we was dating. Married clients, y'all have it the worst because they're gonna take in the fact that y'all was together and you need to still take care of this woman and the child. So that's why I'm telling you, the best thing for you to do is put yourself in a situation where your money is not in that capacity to do so, or submit to the fact that you're getting out of this through marriage because you have a marriage to dissolve. And ain't no sense in dissolving a marriage when you got a career. Dissolve your marriage when you broke and ain't got nothing, and then start your life afterwards. That's your... Say that again?
I understood.
Yeah, that's your biggest problem. I would seriously consider making sure when I go to court and they start saying how much I can't and I don't. Those are your best words. Give her what she want. Have her in there saying, I can't believe this. He don't, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, that's the game. I give you another example. All of my clients that date women that do hair. If you date a woman that do hair, just like equivalent to being a stripper, And that's what I'm telling you to do. When you date individuals that don't work for somebody but make their own money off the books, and off the books is a 1099. That's off the books. They are the hardest people to deal with in cases like this, both for and against. If a person is working on a 1099, there's no way you can make a fix on their income. If a person working on a 1040, which is what you're doing now, they have a field day with you. The worst guys that go to court are individuals that got state jobs, corrections officers, police officers, firemen. It's the absolute worst. Second, 1040. The worst ones, the people that can go to court without a care, that don't have nothing to worry about, that can sing when they're in court, is a person that works on a 1099.
Understood.
And your situation that you're in is that. Put yourself in that situation.
I got you.
What is your hold on a second. How do you comprehend what I told you?
I understand the grand scheme of it, but I just got to look into the 99 employee form so I can understand a little bit more about what it actually is.
Well, the 1099 is not an employee form. It's the way we file taxes. Some people file taxes on a 1040, which is what you do. And some people file taxes on a 1099. The job indicates what you file under. So you're not looking into the form. It's just a 1099 employee is one that, let's just say you work for a company that pays you $10 an hour. A 1099 employee, they're going to give that employee all 10 of those dollars every hour. A 1099 employee is the one that they're going to take taxes out. And by the time that hour is up and all the taxes are ticking out, instead of you making $10 an hour, you're actually making probably $5 and something an hour. But a 1099 employee is the one that every dollar that they make, they get.
Okay.
That's a 1099 employee. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub, all these things where you're an independent contractor. If you're an independent contractor, you are a 1099 employee. And 1099 employees, you cannot make a fix on them. You cannot say, oh, well, do this and I'll do that. You can't. You can make $100,000 and get an accountant to say that you have to pay $99,000 in taxes and you only made $1,000. It's all up to you because you're a 1099 employee. But when you're a 1040 employee, that's not how it works.
Understood.
All right?
I got you.
Any other questions?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Later on, if that's okay, if I contact you about
yeah, you got a whole nother half an hour. So all you got to do, I want you to ponder on it. I'm glad you said that. That's why I want to do yours in 2 parts. I want you to ponder on it. I want you to process everything I said, come up with something, because I don't want to just leave you not. I want to get adjusted where the hell your mind is.
Okay, understand.
So we'll set it up for Sunday if you like.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
So hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Okay.
All right, I got Sunday at 1 o'clock again.
That works.
All right, so call me at Sunday at 1 o'clock. All right, I'll put you in. Okay, my man.
All right, I have a few questions lined up for you when we talk again.
Please do. Okay.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Um, 732-875-9111. I am always thrown when I meet somebody and they are absent of their situation so far beyond, people stay in contact with your kids. Once a woman moves and she is outside of the jurisdiction for 6 months, she can now claim jurisdiction where she moved to. You cannot come back 2 years later, et cetera, and then make the claim. If you are married to a woman, the second y'all break up, start your divorce process. 732-875-9111. Later, y'all.